Hello everyone, Rurikhan here bringing you guys another episode of Dark Souls. We're going to be continuing the Miyazaki Tribute Run today. Unfortunately, I have to announce to you guys that this particular run will be done in post-commentary. The reason for that is that I've noticed throughout the past couple of episodes that due to the challenging nature of the run, that I actually end up not doing as good of a commentary as I should because I spend most of my time actually focusing down on the game. And this particular run, as you guys are probably aware, is just a run where I have to do two bosses. You might have noticed that my equipment set changed. That is because this is actually my intended final set, because midway through the run I decided that I wanted to actually have Chester's set with the big hat. I really like Chester's set. The reason I never use it is because I never found a headpiece that I really liked seeing it with. And I really liked seeing Big Hat Logan's Big Hat together with Chester's set. Also, you guys might have noticed that there is no game audio. This is just the first couple of minutes in the video because let's just say that this particular playthrough has taken its toll on me, and as a consequence, I've even made a particular mistake when I was getting ready to record this particular episode, where I just did the audio wrong because I had been recording console videos earlier, and whatever, there's no excuse for it really. I don't know, I've been focusing way too much on this particular playthrough, and it's been very it's been a little bit stressful for me, if I'm to be completely honest, because I mean, doing a challenge playthrough like this at the same time as doing wedding planning and a whole bunch of other stuff that I've had to basically organize and take care of. It's just been a really weird experience for me, so I've kind of been trying to do videos as fast as possible for it. So you guys see me take out Lord's Blades here and there because that's just simply something I do every single time that I start playing the game. It's just every single time I start playing the game. Every single time I get to this particular point in the game, I just tend to kill Lord's Blade Siren. That's just the way that I am. I'm a scumbag like that. And now we're actually going to be going towards Kalameet's area so that he does his little flyby thing. And then we're going to be heading out to Goff so that Goff shoots him down. Now, something that I have to say is that this whole playthrough, the Miyazaki Tribute Run, has really humbled me a little bit as a player, because I thought, like, this is gonna be easy because, like, you know, I've played Dark Souls. I know about Dark Souls. I mean, playing the whole game without getting hit even once, it can't be that hard. And turns out it actually is quite challenging to do a playthrough like that. A lot more than I've probably given it credit for. Because let's just say I've died a lot more often than I would have thought, and even more so, I've died more often on bosses that I would think I wouldn't die as much. And to be completely honest, if you guys are wondering which has been the one situation in the playthrough where I've died most often, it definitely has been a section in Ulasil Township where there's the two sorcerers. That was the section where I died most often in the entire playthrough. I think I cut out a few deaths there simply because there were so many deaths, but that was definitely the thing that I died most of all in the playthrough, was in that particular section, in case you guys are curious. So here we have the cinematic of Goff shooting down Kalameet. After this particular cinematic was when I realized, I think I messed up my audio, so I reminded myself to cut down. So after the cinematic, you guys will have sound. Anyways, after shooting down Kalameet, obviously we're going to be going down and greeting him and just trying to beat the crap out of him. Now, Kalameet proved to be somewhat of a challenge. The reason for it being it's like I've done various runs where I was very close to being perfect runs, but I don't think I had ever really done a perfect run per se. I might have done a flawless run, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've ever done it before. But that's pretty much what's required on this particular fight if you've got the Calamity Ring. Now this particular first fight is not the one where I'm going to do it because, I mean, let's just face it, that would have been way too easy. I'm still showing you the first fight so that you guys can see an effect that I like to notice whenever I play Dark Souls, which is the effect that you're always at your finest in your first try in Dark Souls. At least that's definitely the case for me. You guys will notice how low I actually get I'm not sure if I actually do. Oh no, I actually don't. There were a couple of bosses that I got the bosses down really low before I actually died. I don't think Kalameet was one of those. Actually, I think I'm going to die to the Calamity thing, if I'm not mistaken. Which was interesting, because I did not even remember that the Calamity thing actually... No, it was a Fire Blast. Yep. Roasted in that Fire Blast. Then I got beaten upside the head by his slashing attack thing. And then I got completely trampled, because I don't have enough stamina to fully block when he does his lunge attack, which is annoying. After that, he was actually able to pick me up with the Calamity pickup, and as you can see, the Calamity pickup actually does quite a bit of damage, which I wasn't aware. I thought the Calamity pickup just gave you the Calamity debuff, but nope. There, I risked it a little bit too much, got my ass killed. Also, I have to apologize, but I've done a lot of commentary today, and my voice is unfortunately not at its finest. But yeah, we gotten a lot of deaths out of Kalameet. Even here, look at this. Splat. I ran past the stairs, and I was like, wow, really? Got picked up by the Calamity Grab again. That Calamity Grab actually does quite a bit of damage. Especially if you have the Calamity Ring equipped, of course. And got sliced up by the tail swipe there. And basically just ate fire and then died to power within. So yeah, these were the deaths I suffered. I suffered a couple of more, but I've cut those out just in the interest of time, because I mean, seriously, I died a lot of times to Kalameet. I've also died a lot of times to other bosses. It's just something that happens in this playthrough where you're playing like this. Now, if you notice the way I approached the fight, I started running towards the left side. That's definitely something that you want to do if you can only take one hit, because a lot of times Kalameet will breathe fire before he comes to you, and if you're running already to the left, it makes it easier for you to dodge that. If, however, you don't, you can just eat fire to the face, but you still have to be very attentive to what Kalameet does as he's approaching to make sure that you block whatever comes your way. So I ended up using the scythe, as you guys can see here, for two reasons. Range and damage. It does a lot more damage than the Boulder Side Sword. Well, not really a lot more. It's like 100 more or something. But on top of that, it has a bigger reach, and it does a horizontal slash with its R2, whereas the Boulder Side Sword is actually harder to hit the dragon sometimes, and it's especially harder to hit the dragon if you're maintaining a lock-on. A lot of the times that I used the sword, I actually had to get rid of the lock-on to be able to hit the dragon, because of, you know, there's like holes between his legs and stuff, and you can't hit him if you thrust a sword through there. But yeah, this was actually the attempt where I killed him. It's not even particularly hard, it's just I tend to take needless risks, which is something that I do a whole lot in this series, and you guys will criticize me for it, and it's true. I definitely take a lot of needless risks. But that's just a part of my playstyle. As you guys know, I started Dark Souls playing out as a heavy armor player. As a heavy armor player, you usually can't afford to take those risks. As you slowly move down to lighter armors and whatnot, you need to get used to basically not getting hit at all and not taking chances at all. So the fight itself, it's Kalameet, you know? I've shown you guys how to fight Kalameet 10 times over. It's just all about dodging at the right times, blocking at the right times. Here I'm actually overemphasizing blocking because I want to make sure that I don't miss a single dodge, and here I was just like completely going crazy. But I was like, oh no, he's still alive. I thought, man, if I die now, I'll throw a fit. But luckily he came up with this attack, and I already know how to kind of avoid that. Smack! Get bitch slapped, Kalameet. Kalameet down. Now Kalameet was one of those bosses that I knew that it could be done because I had done near flawless runs on him, so Kalameet is definitely not something that I had any doubts with. Now the ones that I did have doubts with, as you guys know, were the Four Kings and the Lord Nito fight, but those we actually took care of, so I was pretty happy with that. And here we're getting ready to basically offer the souls to the to the altar here, and just getting ready to open up the kiln of the first flame. As you can see, I'm actually wearing a different set when I equip the scythe. That is due to weight restrictions, because Chester's set, apart from the gloves, everything else is heavier than Wanderer's set. And if I can't actually use Chester's plus scythe, especially if I'm going to be using the Black Knight shield, which is what you see here. So that's the reason why I also keep the Wanderer's set on me. So anyways, we're fast forwarding here to the very first encounter with Gwyn, which was very interesting. It just reminded me, like, look dude, you really just don't remember how to fight Gwyn at all. So it's gonna be whatever. And I'm just like, okay, let's go. Boom! Oh, okay. Thanks, Gwyn. Anything else you'd care to send over? So yeah, a whole bunch of deaths over at Lord Gwyn, as per usual. I mean, Lord Gwyn is the boss that you only really fight at the end. How much practice can you really get in before your next playthrough, you know? I never really mastered the art of parrying Gwyn all that much, so... And here I'm definitely going for parries, because I want the most efficient strategy that I possibly can, because I can't get hit, as you guys can see here. A single hit takes me out completely. No friggin' second chances here. Slice. And the reason I had so much low health there was because of two things. And that last death, it was power within and blocking. Here got grabbed, died, and I died like this a whole bunch of times. Yet again. And again, good old Gwyn just slicing like a mofo. As you can see, I was actually going good on him there. He was below half health at least. And one more. And I actually didn't skip any deaths on Gwyn, so these were the only deaths that I've actually suffered. So here I was actually already kind of practiced into the whole pairing thing, so screw you, Gwyn. We're done, good sir. We are done talking. Here I was even thinking I should backstab him. Nope, doesn't work. Here he actually broke my guard. I'm surprised I didn't die. And it wasn't the 20 vitality, because that still was not enough to kill me. But I'm glad I survived whatever that thing was, because I was able to just parry him through all the way. I didn't even buff myself at the start of this fight, because I had to run here throughout all those deaths that I was just like, man, whatever, dude, just whatever. So yeah, doing the parrying tactic on Gwyn. And this is, I guess, this is the end of the Miyazaki Tribute Run. I would really like to know how you guys appreciated it. Don't expect me to do anything similar in the near future, simply because, like I said, it is very stressful, and it got to several points where I didn't even feel that I was having that much fun. I mean, if you were to come into the studio when I was recording some of these boss fights, you would look at my face, and my face would be like, just like completely someone who is dying while holding a controller. I was hollowing inside. That's what I was doing. And like I said at the start of the video, my voice really is going fast. I'm sorry guys, I've been doing a lot of commenting for you, and yeah, it just tends to happen. I decided to go with the Dark Lord ending just because that's kind of the ending that I personally prefer. But yeah, leave me your comments, comments and feedback. Tell me how you enjoyed the playthrough. This has been the end of the Hidetaki Miyazaki Tribute Run, and my voice is gone. As per usual, I'm gonna let the credits roll. You guys know that that's just something I tend to do in all of my Souls videos. Hope you guys really enjoyed the playthrough. It would mean a lot to me. It seems to me that you guys did. A lot of you guys have been giving me positive feedback throughout it. It was a challenge. It was definitely challenging as hell, and it definitely humbled me a lot in terms of Dark Souls. That's for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.